Wanda Owens, age 69, was referred to CABVI for services 40 years ago by her eye doctor. She received low vision aids as well as a white cane and instruction for safe travel. A vision rehabilitation therapist helped her learn to touch type at age 50, and she also learned to use access technology. Optic neuritis, inflammation of the optic nerve causing vision loss, has not prevented Wanda from earning her BS in sociology from Tennessee State University, making beautiful pottery, publishing a book of poetry, singing at the Reds game, or creating her own CD. Wanda recently started using an OrCam, a head-borne vision device that is allowing her to read her Sunday school lessons for the first time in many years. As she says, CABVI has helped me to learn many ways to adapt to vision loss. I am so grateful.
Wanda, when and how did you lose your vision?
I began losing my vision at the age of 20, which is 50 years ago. And 1969, the spring of 1969, it just came rapidly. I was reacting to light at night from automobiles, and that's when I knew something was going wrong.
So when that first happened, what were you thinking? What was the thought process going on with you?
How I was going to deal with it, because I was a mom, I was a single parent, and I meant for her to have a wonderful life, so I knew I had to make some adjustments. So I did, and it wasn't easy, but my mom was a registered nurse, and she didn't move things around for me. She didn't treat me like I was pitiful. She treated me like, you can do this.
So how did you first hear about the Cincinnati Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired?
Dr. Gerald Levin. I went to see him in Forest Park, and he told me about low vision testing, which I'd never heard of. And I said, I can do this too.
So when you first got to CABVI, you probably had to go through an intake process?
Yes.
And what services did you receive?
The first thing I got were my wonderful glasses that I have right here, and I could read the headlines of the newspaper or the writing in a children's book. And I just never thought that would be possible. So I'm thrilled at the thought that ever happened.
So those services did make a big difference in your life.
Yes.
What other services perhaps made that big of a difference in your life also?
All the magnifiers, that was wonderful. I have a wonderful telescope. My vision has diminished tremendously since I started coming here, but I had a telescope that I could look across the street from my house and see where the houses were. I could read the stop signs. That was wonderful. And I also could read the clock on the wall here. And that was just wonderful. I'll never forget it. I read it and it was 3:00. And I learned how to type through CABVI, through Sue Guagenti. And because of her teaching me, I have a book on Amazon called The Bouquet of a Woman by Wanda Owens.
A lot of people maybe don't know that you are an artist. How do you do what you do, and what type of material do you work with?
Well, I work with clay, and my counselor then with BSVI, Penring Craig, she introduced me to the whole program, recreational art therapy, which I had never heard of, and I've had a ball. I've been blessed to play several times in international art competitions that are held by the American Printing House for the Blind in Louisville.
Wonder what's your life like right now with the help of the Cincinnati Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired?
Well, right now I have a new handheld magnifier that I can use. I have my new reader, and the name of it just flipped right out of my mind. OrCam. That's it. And that's fascinating. Had I not gotten the training that I did so that I could walk through the community, walking my daughter to school, learning how to type, learning how to use a computer, all those things that I never thought possible for me. Without the Cincinnati Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired, I don't know that I could have accomplished all the goals that I have reached. I wouldn't have known that I could do it. But with Cincinnati Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired, I've been afforded tremendous opportunities.
CABVI